In a time long forgotten, there was a darkness that grew, consuming everything in its path. It threatened the very fabric of reality. Prophecy foretold that this dark entity would bring an end to their world, and so a brotherhood was formed in the hope to find an escape from this perilous fate. The brotherhood scoured text and tome in search of a way to stop the creature, but when the knowledge of this world failed, they looked beyond to something darker. A dealer of the occult promised a book with a way to trap the entity, but warned of a cost, that the power attained would lead to destruction and betrayal. Desperate, the Brotherhood read from the forbidden tome and learned of magical keys that could lock away not only creatures, but space and time itself. The Wielders becoming something new, something more. With this knowledge, the first Keymasters were born, crafting themselves the tools to defeat the great darkness. And they were victorious for a time, locking the darkness behind them in a universe of its own. And there was peace, but peace gave way to wanting, and the power they unlocked yearned to be used. War. The Keymasters divided into those that sought to conquer and those that sought to protect. Their strength only matched by each other's. Worlds destroyed in the blink of an eye. To prevent annihilation, an agreement was made. A table was crafted that contained a battlefield of sorts. Each Keymaster would bring an army to fight for them, and on this table, a dark game would be played. So it has been for 10,000 years. The balance of power in the universe decided at the dark table. Evil playing for chaos and destruction. Good playing for peace and preservation.
Let's go! Guys, welcome. Welcome to the Closed Alpha. I know I wanted to hide that trailer for a while so that you could all see it at the same time. How is everybody doing? Alright, well, while we're here, let me go ahead. Oops. Go ahead and set the build live for you guys. Let's see. All right. So, welcome to the alpha. I know it's been a long 4 years. It's been just as long for me as it has been for you, let me tell you. So, some people got lucky and just, backed in the last few days or months, and for them it was a little bit shorter of a wait. But, some of you guys have been here since the beginning, and I just want to start by thanking all of you. We only made it here because of you guys. We needed that support early on, and every dollar you guys have given us has led to this. So, yeah, it's been 4 years. It's been a long road. We did the Kickstarter in 2019. We started basically making the game on paper, and basically we did all the game mechanics on paper, did some play testing with, other card game players just to see how it would work out. We thought it was fun enough, and then we decided, okay, I'm going to start building this into a real 4-player prototype. And we had, a Kickstarter. You guys helped out on that. That gave us enough to build a prototype. And then we basically took that prototype, and that allowed us to get mega grant funding from Epic, swap over to Unreal Engine. And a lot of you know we've been in 2 years of transitioning to Unreal Engine. But now I think we have a much better game all around, much more polished. And, you'll see a few bugs. You'll see a few bugs today probably, but for the most part, very playable. You can understand all the game logic. There's tutorials that teach you how to play the game. We have accounts with a full season pass running. We have a full deck builder with about 180 something cards in there right now, and we'll be getting the rest in there shortly. Basically, whatever ones were bugged out right now, I just hid from the deck builder, but we'll be bringing those back in. Everybody's like, I can finally see the main menu. But yeah, I mean, it's been a long road, and we just really thank you guys for sticking with it this long. I think we're just on the cusp of something great here now that we have this playable. And you know, you guys getting into the closed alpha, it's going to help us find the rest of the important bugs, and we'll fix those as fast as we can. Any kind of features you guys want to see or feedback, all that is welcome in the Discord, and you know, we'll try to bring that into the game as soon as possible. Really, you know, that feedback is key, and it'll be leading up to the open alpha when we end up going free to play with dedicated servers. And it's still going to be probably a couple months out. It probably, if we move fast, a couple months out in October, likely to have dedicated servers, but that's the next big battle. So at this point, basically, we still need everybody to be sharing the game, trying to get people to back into the closed alpha like this, because that's going to fund our PR campaigns leading into the open alpha, and that's what's going to get us potentially tens of thousands of players day one. So that's going to be the huge release. This is everybody's getting a taste. Let's make content now. Let's share this around. Let's get the word out. And you're going to see over the next few weeks a bunch of other streamers get involved, other content creators get involved, and they're going to be making content and sharing gameplay and that, and you'll see some really interesting in-game items coming out shortly as well. But this is really the start of something, and it could explode here over the next couple months. So let's see. We're going to get into some gameplay shortly. We're going to set up some accounts. I'll first go over the game a little bit here. Let's go into the main menu view.
In a time long forgotten.
I'm gonna try something real quick. All right. Let's see. All right, so for those who have not seen the game before, I'll quickly run you through the main menu and how this works. And before I do that, you guys can all hear me good, right? I haven't done a mic check here. Are we coming through loud and clear, or am I talking to myself? Okay, good. Yeah, so your store code, for those who haven't been through, you just go to the store tab. The in-game store code, you just type in down here on the bottom. Click redeem. That'll give you your in-game items. So it'll give you, if you have the Forger tier or above, you'll get your skeleton key. You'll get deck tokens, you'll get gems, and then you can use those to buy things. Card backs right now are for gold, so you gotta earn them by playing games or earning gold in the season pass. Playmats, some are gold, some are gems. To get some additional playmats. You can get some titles. They're pretty cheap for gold and gems, and these are going to be only available in the alpha. So from playing, if you buy these titles, you'll have them once we go out of alpha to show that you were here squashing bugs early on. And then same thing with some of these avatars. These will all be alpha themed or bug themed avatars. So all of these purchasable in game right now. All that works with in-game currency. And basically when you buy those things, how the loadout works, you'll go through all these tabs and select a loadout before playing, so you can pick your deck. And as you pick stuff, the loadout will kind of show you what your board looks like before going into game. You can change your playmats. You can change your card backs. So maybe we gotta get purple to go with the purple play mat. You can change your titles. And then you guys will also get the alpha avatar as well. And then you could pick a role, but it doesn't do anything yet. It's just there for aesthetics. That's your basic loadout. We can go to Season Pass real quick. So, Season Pass is active, so you have a free track. Everybody gets the free track. And then if you buy the Season Pass, you'll also get the paid track underneath. And they should all be retroactive as well. So, if you were earning in the free track and then you bought the paid track, you'll get the second tier rewards as well. But you can see there's a lot of gold, gems, playmats, card backs, a lot of stuff you can earn in the Season Pass, titles, avatars, all that. And then, let me see here. That Season Pass, if you do buy it, you buy it with gems in the store. So everybody who bought Forger tier or above, they'll have a bunch of gems. You can buy the Season Pass with your gems. I think competitors will automatically get the Season Pass, and so should collectors. Profile section. I mean, a lot of these stats still need to be linked up, but basic layout. And then once the stats are all linked up, your achievements will be linked up, and you'll start earning rewards from the achievements. These will be coming probably in the next few weeks here, 2-3 weeks. Deck builder. So for those who haven't seen it already, kind of give you a rundown of how the deck builder works. So you start off, you pick a leader, right? And if you don't know how the leaders work yet, there are 3 different factions of leaders: Bloodshed, Berserk, and Knowledge. So Bloodshed, basically, you get your trigger, your enrage trigger of 25 by killing 25 units or having 25 of your units killed. And that each kill ticks up towards your 25. Once you hit 25 kills, then you activate your enrage abilities. So anything with a little blood drops is a Bloodshed leader. Berserk leaders have to get down to a threshold health before their abilities unlock. So you have to get down to 40 health from 100, and then that'll give you your enrage ability. And then knowledge, you have to bank knowledge points by not spending them on playing cards in your turns. And if you each time you come back to your release phase, you bank whatever you didn't spend, and once you get up to 46 total, then you get that enrage ability. So you pick your leader first for a deck to see what enrage abilities you want to go with. You can see there's some interesting enrage abilities. Each leader has very different abilities, and let me tell you, once you get them, the game is over pretty quickly after that. So it's basically a race to see who can get to their enrage ability first. If you're playing the strategist, if you get to your enrage ability, all you have to do is press that button and you win the game. But I'm going to tell you, it's going to be hard to get to because everyone's going to kill you. Once you pick a leader, then you can pick from basically the entire library of cards at all times. And so you'll notice that there are quantities for the cards. So Dark Table CCG plays more like a physical CCG. So cards are tied to the decks that you create. So basically, if you want to save money, you build your decks, and if you're not using them anymore, you destroy that deck and then create new decks with the same cards. If you don't care about that, you buy the skeleton key like most of you guys did for this alpha anyway, and then you get 4 of everything, which you'll see it's the after the slash, that amount. So 2 out of 4 would be 4 from the skeleton key. Any additional quantity is because I either bought cards or earned them through Season Pass or bought them with deck tokens. And so as you buy stuff with deck tokens, it gets added to that quantity as well. And then as you spend cards, you'll see that the quantity available goes down. And if you don't have enough, you can still put it in your deck, it will add how many you need to purchase in your deck and give you how much it costs in gold, gems, or a deck token. And so basically you can just fill out a deck however you want with cards you own or don't own, and it will just keep a tally of what you need to spend to get those. But again, for Skeleton Key, this should always be 0 for the first 2 decks at least, because you'll have 4 of everything and you can only have 2 in a deck. You can search by unit, you can search by trap. You will be able to search by spells, but there are no spells right now because those break the game, so I hid those. Walls, you can search by. You can go by origin if you want to make a tribal deck for either void, water, or land. You can also search by traits on cards if you want to find just things that fly, all the airborne cards, which fly over walls. Just assassins that go around walls and heroes. Anything that has confuse, focus, frenzy, hero, poison, rally cry, scholar, and then eventually bind. Usually bind is on an ability instead of a trait, but there could be some bind cards coming. Let's say we need some scholars for this deck. Then you can also search by text, so if you want things that do damage, then you can just search by that and find cards that deal damage. Then once you have a 41 card deck, you can build that. If you don't own those cards, it's going to tell you you got to buy something. So I can buy it with gold, which is the free currency. Then that deck is added to my deck list, and when I go back to my loadout, I can select that new deck. So that's basically how the whole main menu works. And then when you're ready to get into a game, you would hit a plus sign here. I'm gonna go to... I didn't win because I didn't have Skin Vantage. If I would have played my royalty set, then I would have won. That's how this works. Yeah, I didn't pay to win. I didn't buy my playmat. Didn't have it equipped. I mean, the loadouts don't give you any real in-game benefit, or do they? Or do they buff your stats? Who knows? No, I'm just kidding. They don't. You guys gotta join me. You joined the wrong table. Yeah, join Daydreamer. Hit the plus sign.
This one?
Yeah. Do Daydreamer. Join. Join with. There you go. Yeah. Right. Alright. Fingers crossed we don't have a crash this time. Let's go. You good? Alright. Alright. So this leader, bloodshed as well. I like bloodshed. Yeah, you need to have other players in your party first. So either hit the plus sign or the social profile icon on the top to pull up the friends list and invite people. You have to have at least one other person at your table for you to be able to ready up. Once we go to dedicated servers, we will have matchmaking, but right now it's peer-to-peer, so you do have to invite people, and whoever is host, if they leave, the game shuts down right now. So if you're the host, just stay in there until the game's over. Oh, shoot. I'm up! Okay! Let's see. Let's see. There's a lot of stuff going on over here. You know, I'm upset from the last game, so I'm gonna hit Matt a little bit in the face, and then take this out. Alright. Makes me feel better internally. So we'll see if there's a better way to show this. The square and the triangle really is just to relate abilities on the card to the buttons you press to use them. So it's just meant to be a visual relation. So when you see the enrage abilities pop up later, there'll be a left and a right, and one will be a triangle, one will be a square, just so that you know which ability you're firing. We'll add some tooltips here shortly to do that. But Countess Avondale, interesting leader here. So you get +2 strength to units this turn, and then your units heal you for the damage that they deal. So as long as you can get to your enrage, then you can come back from near death pretty quickly. Yeah, you like my shiny pay-to-win playmat? That's right. It's only for big spenders, right? This is a $200 playmat right here. Why is it $200? No reason. It's only there just for showing off. Let's see. Really, it's meant to help fund the game. For people that want to show off. Honestly. Apex Predator, solid card here. Every time you kill something, you get +1/+1 permanently. So if you can get this early game and get some decent kills, then this becomes a problem real quick for people. See what's going on, man. See what's going on here. Alright. So if I want to do this right, I gotta first... Oh, okay. Yes, this will work. Trigger the trap, and I'm dead. Great. Then I'll go ahead and do 2 damage here. Finish it off with my Apex Predator, so I get my +1/+1. Then for good measure, I'll go ahead and get rid of that guy. Way too big of an assassin. And we have a personal vendetta against Matt right now from the last game. That's all we can do. Oof. My poor Mastilic's getting hurt. He's so weak now. Matt's got some big decisions. Ow. It's okay, Eric. I will avenge you. I'm upset by everything Matt's doing, so I'm gonna go ahead. First of all, we're gonna get rid of this light thief right quick. Bye. And then let's see what we're gonna eat here. Shoot. Alright, let's do that. Don't like that guy. And then alright. That. There we go. That feels better. Man, traps and walls in here. Alright. One way to live your life, I guess. There's a huge debate on the ready and ready up button. I'll change it. Change it to ready up and then cancel ready or something. Oh. Everyone's like, does ready mean do I ready up or am I ready? You press ready up to be ready. And then if it shows ready, then you're good. Man, a lost fort. I missed all this. Missed all this. We got walls on walls. I don't like it. Shoot. Oh, not good. Not good. Oh, man. Big value on this lost fort. Uh-oh. Oh, man. All right. Blew that turn trying to get rid of lost fort. Did not work out. I always swap to a deck I quickly put together, and it's always crap. Let me tell you. I made, or even this deck, turns out is not that great against even the starter deck. So I got stomped by a Hive Mind starter deck. I was like, oops. The Hive Mind test deck isn't too bad. I mean, either is Queen Dorcas, really. Weck is interesting. I don't know if you guys have tried Weck yet. Basically, his Enrage ability, he eats all of the units on his board and then becomes a unit with that combined strength and skill. So, I mean, if you ate more than 10 skill, you're almost unkillable because no one's going to be able to hit you for that. Alright. Just don't kill my Wisp of Fire, this red guy, because I want to show the fireball.
Which one?
This one. Don't fight this one.
Wisp of Fire?
Okay.
I want to show the fireball on my turn. Because I just added in the new fire VFX for the fireballs. And then in the next week or so, I'll have new bind VFX coming in, new airborne VFX, new poison VFX, new confuse VFX. So there'll be a bunch of all like the good status VFX will be new. And then, oh yeah, go ahead. If you click the little triangle underneath on that wall right there, yeah, click that. That'll spawn you a little fish. So spawning Ridge here, used his ability, spawned a 1/1 fish, just a fish. You can attack with it that turn too. Balance cards how? Oh, I like... Zeffy's got the good ideas here. It says, offer him $5 not to attack it. Eric, I'll give you $5. Don't hit my... Alright, let's see. I do 1 damage. Is there anything I can take out with 1 damage? No, but I can poke.
Oh, nice.
A little fireball.
That was cool.
Man, I don't want to sacrifice all this stuff, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, this dang walls, dude. Alright, see if we can get rid of this lost fort. Come on. Alright, while we're here, we're going to heal this guy back up. There we go, yeah. Back to full health. Anybody hero? No. Alright, feel good. Somebody just hit a trap? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Snake pit. I'll have to check heaven. What was it before? It might have been a typo. I think I looked at heaven trap and I was like, wait a minute. This card is way too strong for that cost, and I had to fix it. But you should be able to join tables. Oh, okay. Or you should be able to join tables by just clicking the plus sign, and then if you have a friend online, you just join their table if they're not in a game. I was not a very nice person to some people. Oh. So the other thing to note is whoever goes last in the battle phase goes first on the next turn. So you can kind of plan your strategy that way. So Matt's first right now, then Eric, and then myself. So I'll be last, so I should go first next turn. So you can kind of plan your attacks that way. Another thing, Fog of War, we don't have in right now, but we'll be adding that soon so that you can't see the other players' boards while they're playing cards. And then, oh, we already have an enrage. Queen Darkus just enraged, so we're in trouble. He's out of stuff, and he can't attack first next turn, so we have a shot. So you're saying there's a chance. The good news is we got rid of Lost Fort. That was the big problem. Alright, let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I have to share the load here. This. This. Alright, that'll work. That'll work. Here we go, boys. We're gonna get this enraged. So I get to attack first next turn. It's gonna be big play time. And then he puts down a trap like a loser. And he puts down a hero. Wow. Zephy, you can't see them on your friends list? in game. Oh, don't join from the Epic launcher if that's what you're trying to do. You gotta join when you're inside the game. Like, click the plus sign on the table and join that way. Alright, let's see. Let's trigger this. This. Oh, that was dumb. There we go. Enraged. Buff everybody. Now let's start getting rid of this guy. Jeez. Now we're big. We're big. Oh shoot, that guy's big too. Zephy, did you play before at all? Or did you ever log into the High Council Closed Alpha, like earlier? Or is this your first time logging in? No, don't accept, well, you can accept a friend invite from that overlay, but don't accept a game invite from that overlay. You have to do it inside the game. So there'll be a, like if somebody sends you an invite to a table, it'll pop up just in-game across the top left of your screen, and there'll be like a green accept this button. Don't do the epic overlay one. Oh yeah, like Freud is saying you might have to restart your game after you added friends for them to show up. Ooh, that lost fort is a problem. What is with these lost forts? Oh, so you attack me with a land unit. My ability on this card is destroy attacking land unit. Alright, let's see. Uh-oh is right! You know, I'm just gonna leave it right where I want you. I'm gonna try to get rid of this lost fort! No! Oh, I made a mistake. I didn't even use my ability. Misplays. Misplays. waiting for players will last a little bit. We're trying to work on the whole startup sequence still, so it'll last like 20 seconds or so. Somebody's timer should reach like about 20 seconds before everybody's waiting for players goes away. Trying to make sure everybody's loaded in before we get rid of that. We got to work on some of that timing issues. If you're at 1 minute and you're still not seeing it, you might just want to close out and retry it again. Yeah, Zeffy's not allowed to play the game. We'll see you next year, Zeffy. We'll do another launch next year for you. Holy smokes! How hard did you hit me? Jeez. Ow. Rude. Wow, everyone's just trying to gang up on me now, as if it's a problem. Oh, now, okay, so now you're enraged. So if you click, well, you already attacked with your assassins, or did you have this guy left?
This one.
If you click this,
yeah.
Now you get +6 attack. So now you get something to do a lot more. I didn't mean to me though. when I gave you that pointer, I meant hit somebody else.
Just take me out, man. I got 5 left. Just take me out.
All right, I'm gonna not forget to use my ability this time. Give 2 strength to everything. Yeah. Give me a little extra skill. Leave me at 1 health for prosperity. Sounds good. Oh, this wall is still a problem though. Uh-oh. I'm just kidding. And then we'll try to take out this wall. Big problem. Big problem. Okay, we got it. And then start hitting face over here. Notice we've healed back up from attacking. That's what this leader does. So your units, the amount of damage they deal, heal your leader for that amount. So it's a really hard end game mechanic to survive. Keep forgetting to buff my guys. Dang.
Dude, you freaking clobbering.
We're going in. It's the enrage. Once you have your enrage abilities, game's over pretty quick. All right, so use yours first. That gives you, or hit the eyeball. That'll give everything. You have a lot of assassins, so they get bigger. You already, yeah, you do it once for everybody, so it's already done. I know, it's still big. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think you actually win. Oh no! Misplays now. So this is where you can run into the poor plays here. So because he's going first next turn, I thought that I would be able to just easily heal up on my next attack with all my big creatures. I'd be at full health again. But instead, he gets to go first, so he's going to hit me again with all of his assassins, and there's nothing I can do about that. The old sequence of attacks. Oh yeah, there it goes. Man, nice knowing you.
Rookie win.
Rookie. Oh. I don't know if it's an issue that you're playing from Europe. That's the crash we've been seeing a little bit. We're trying to get in crash reporting this week for everybody so that we'll get back reports when that happens so we can narrow in on what the issue is. It's like intermittent. We've had it happen once today, and then we've played 2 games fully without any problem, so it's tough to find that one right now, but we are working on it. Usually it helps if you're not like playing long distance, if you're playing with other players nearby or, you know, same time zone-ish or something. But, I mean, we're working on it so that none of that should matter. You should be able to play with anybody across the globe because it's turn-based, and in the end, like it's not a very high-paced game, so we should be fine. We're just working through those issues. But yeah, you'll have hit or miss games on that crash right now while we try to fix it. So just start up again. It'd be cool if we could customize the avatar at the table. So that is a eventual plan. Everything requires money. So let me tell you first of all, what we have done with like the amount that we made through the Kickstarter and Indiegogo has been insane from a game development standpoint. Like, to have what we have now, and we're probably around $100,000 into this game, is insane compared to look at the competitors, and they are multi-million-dollar budgets to produce the same thing. So it's we've done a lot. Basically, what I'm saying is, if we go to if Closed Alpha, we get a lot more backers to get into the Closed Alpha, and that gives us funding. And when we go to Open Alpha, and if the game takes off, if our funds grow, we'll just be able to scale this game so much faster. If we made this $1 million game, we can hire more staff immediately, and a lot of these problems go away almost overnight. If we can have additional programming support, if we can have a full-time VFX and UI artist working on, you know, our front end and all this, if we can bring our audio guy on more full time and have audio for every card and every ability, all of this can just skyrocket if we get the funds. So that's where we really need your guys' help in that. You've backed getting to the game, and we super appreciate that. But then also, you know, sharing on social media, go any of our stuff, share it, tell people about the game, get them to, you know, buy into the alpha to play with you. And then we'll also be having some big streams happening over the next few weeks. We'll let you know when those happen. And please share those streams on your social media as well, because that's where these things could really blow up. We get a lot of backers real quick, and that'll give us funding to do all of these things. So the custom avatars, we had talked about the players, the actual keymasters sitting at the table, if you could customize those. So we have these 3 right now that you can see. I think those turned out pretty well. But the idea would be, if we can create more of those, they're pretty expensive, that's why we don't have a ton of them. If we could create more of them and have you select those in a loadout as well, we might do emotes in the game based on that keymaster. So if you selected a keymaster and say you did like a rage emote or something, maybe during the game that keymaster slams his fist on the table and the whole table shakes or whatever, and that's like your emote. So we could really have a lot of fun with those if we get the funding to add more of them. But yeah, we definitely, that's a lot of stuff that is on the feature list of things we would like to add if we get funding to do so. So like different ideas floating around. We definitely want to add audio to the playmats. That'll be like themed. So that when you select your playmats, you can change your in-game ambient audio that way. And then still what's coming, there'll be alternate art for cards. That'll give you different VFX and eventually sound effects for that card when you use those. What else? Eventually we'll have more game modes like 2v2 and 1v3. Once we get closer to the full release, then we'll try to get in more like bot matches and campaign style stuff. But that's where it'll start getting really expensive on the development side and also assets. Just creating more of a campaign mode where we can do some sort of cinematics to show you the storyline, and then also a campaign where you're actually playing against bosses and whatnot. But the nice advantage is, because we're a 4-player game, we can do things that a lot of other games can't do. So for the campaign mode, we could allow you to do 3-player campaign against bots or against leaders or different bosses and progress through the storyline. So to be the first like really cooperative experience on a digital CCG that way. And then eventually we're going to have basically cooperative quests that could be like 4-player quests that you play with your friends, where each person has to fulfill a different part of that quest, and then you all get it together. So it could be one person has to play all Sapphire rarity cards, but must win the game. And then the other players all have to play Diamond rarity cards and hit the Sapphire guy every turn and still not win. And so if everybody does that and the Sapphire guy wins, all 4 players get the quest completed. And so it'll be like you have to all, deck craft together to build something that can succeed at that quest. So there's a lot of really fun things we can do. Let's see. Let's see. We might take a little break, and I'll throw on. Well, actually, I'll leave it here. I'll throw some tutorials on, and then we can. We'll be back in a little bit here.